from the crew anyway, all of you guys, what was one thing you really enjoyed about, I guess, working with, like, let's say Selena and Katie, for example? Was that your first time working with them, Jess?
I'd worked with Katie before on some projects with Wesley Malott and his crew, and she's an amazing actress. Like, she gets really in the zone. Everything she does is with a purpose. She makes a lot of choices as an actress, so I knew that I wanted to work with her. And then Selena was brand new. Like, I was trying to find some actresses to work with, and I think I'm pretty sure she was referred to me through Buddy Kane. Um,
Okay.
and she sent in an amazing audition tape. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I remember like she had like Twizzlers or red vines as a prop. And we were like, we need to have Twizzlers or red vines in the short because it was so good.
It was in the script. Like, she followed the script. She had props for her scene. She dressed up for the scene. Like, she brought the scene to life. And not everybody does that. So I was like, oh, it's her.
I always like to, like, try to, like, joke around when just try to, like, be like, I was very lighthearted with Selena, and I were very lighthearted. Katie was like, this is a job. Like, I'm coming here to work. Like, and she was
Yeah.
very focused, which is like, it's nice to see, actors are doing different things all the time. They have different methods, but she was very locked in. But she was, I think her taking it so seriously made it, when you watch it, when the final piece is over, just how funny her seriousness was. Same with Selena. Selena, had a little more goofiness with it. Like, it's that one line in there. She's like, "Oh, you think she turned around, saw you, and left?" Like, that reminds me of a line from Friends where they said that to Ross, and Ross was like, "Why does everyone keep saying that?" But, like, how she said it was super funny. I don't, And then Katie was like, "Why would you say that?" Like, they played off each other extremely well. Like, they were, with the casting choice, that was great. I could not really. I don't know if I could see any other actresses in those roles because of how total opposite they were, but they worked so well together, especially from the opening jump in the kitchen where they're talking about, like, boyfriends and work and stuff. It was great.
And they both have the same last name. So, like,
Yeah,
before
and they're
you
not
even
sisters.
see, yeah, before you see the project, like, if you see the title in, like, a festival pamphlet and you read the description, you're like, oh my God, are these two sisters? That's
Yeah,
cool.
nope.
And then it starts and you're like, I don't think they're sisters. But
Yeah.
they just have, like, a sisterly bond in the film. So it worked out so well.
Yeah.
That is something that I wanted to add too, actually. Just how, kind of like what you were talking about earlier, our cast and crew were both just very professional. It was also my first time working on set with Eric as well. And I remember entering set, seeing his whole setup, and I was like, wow, this guy is legit. He's very professional. And we had the lighting guy, and everyone was just on point for everything. And like I said, the crew was as well, working with Katie and Selena and Chris, just very professional actors. So I was very impressed. And so even though we had a long day, there were really no complaints about it other than just, I am tired and I have a long drive home kind of thing, which is like a fair concern. But everybody was, excited to be working on it, happy to come back for another day of shooting, those, who were scheduled for that. So that's something that I really appreciated about both the cast and crew, just the professionalism, but also the ability to enjoy each other's company and working well together and just having a good time on set in general, I think was really great.
But yeah, everyone seemed super, like, and it was a tight knit group. Like, I've worked with Bill before. I've worked with all these guys before, so it was really nice.
Yeah.
No, that was definitely a great experience, and I was just to piggyback off that. Like, I feel like that's really what made the day for everybody. Like, because even like to like Jess Arena saying, like, like it didn't feel like, even though it was long, it didn't feel bad because we were enjoying everybody we were around. And I know that, like, I definitely fed off the energy off of you, Chris. I fed off the energy of Selena and Katie, Jess, Jess Arena, even Bill. Bill was cracking some jokes too. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it was a fun experience. Of course it was long, and I know we harp on that a lot, and but like ultimately it was fun, and we enjoyed each other's company, and like so that really made it to me. It really made it special, and like I feel like that comes off as well, because I think sometimes you can feel like when you're watching a project, sometimes you can feel like if the if the team has like a good, like their gel, or you can kind of feel like, oh, like you can kind of feel a little tension or something like that. And I felt like the energy that comes off of the film like kind of just represents how we were on set. And that's what I love the most.
There's a lot of consideration. Like there's so much consideration because you have to respect everybody on set when you're doing this just like for fun.
And you were asking us though, you were like, do you guys mind staying later? And it's like, because I admire you and I love working with you, I'll do anything for you. If it's someone who's not going to show me the respect or going to do that, then it could be like, well, nah, I kind of got to leave early. But everyone was like, let's bear down. Let's just do this.
And so it just worked out well that we just had really positive people on set. And so we got it done and we learned a lot from that day. And now with, the second day of shooting, we did so much more pre-planning of like, okay, these are the locations we have. This is how much time it took us to set up last time. So let's use that as a jumping off point this time. And that's what I've learned from a lot of other shoots is like, I've been on other people's projects where I'm the person noting how long it's taking us to set up and how long to film. And I'm like, this is really valuable information. Like you guys should don't just like have me write it to keep me busy. Like you need to actually review this for all of your future projects. And so because we had that information, that detailed data from day one, we knew going into day two, like, okay, let's give ourselves a lot more breathing room in case something we didn't plan for it.
Once again, the film comes out, is premiering on YouTube on this Jes Films YouTube channel, October 21st. Is it 7 p.m., 8 p.m.?
I didn't say a time.
You didn't say a time? All right. So you guys have to be aware 24 straight hours.
Punch
it can come out any moment.
bell.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
If you watch your films based on how many women are in it, this had a lot of women. It's got a lot of women on screen. It's got a lot of women on the crew. And so that was really exciting for me. We have all of 3 guys on camera between Chris, Eric, and Matthew C. Thompson. And everybody else was ladies, and everybody did an amazing job. And so I'm really excited for everybody to have something for their reels and keep doing work. So it's going to go public October 21st. It just feels right to do it during spooky season because there are a lot of like little jump moments. The show that the best friends are watching is like a mystery thriller. Definitely grab a buddy to watch it with, find somebody with a like smart TV that has the YouTube app or like Chromecast to watch it on TV because it's meant to be watched on TV. Like don't watch it on your phone.
No.
Please do not watch this on your phone.
Would you settle for a laptop?
If it has a large screen, sure.
Okay.
And good audio quality because the music is really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is we put so much effort into this to be watched on TV. I love TV. It's just such a cozy atmosphere. Like you dim the lights, you get your quiet snacks and some wine or beer, and you watch it with a friend and make sure you lock the door so nobody interrupts you.